Hi guys, it's Numistaka here and I'm back with you again this evening to do some more unboxings of coins that have been sent over for grading. And this really is a voyage of discovery, as you can probably tell from the dialogue on these videos. Never quite know what is going to be in these packets. Some people say, oh please, expect so and so and so and so, but some of the time I don't really know exactly what's going to be in the packets until I open them. I do know that there is some very special stuff in this particular packet. I don't know exactly the detail, but I do know that within this delivery there is something that is extremely rare and valuable. Question is, which one is it? So this is a guy that collects a lot of British coins, a lot of old Victorian and George III, George IV, that kind of stuff, as well as some very interesting French coins. So he sent some stuff before in the last grading, some Napoleon francs, and they were a bit of a test run for what is now to follow. And I think you'll be able to see here the coins that he sent over are extremely good condition, should grade very, very well, and are really probably some of the best of their type that have been graded so far. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what these come out at. This one is a William IV sixpence, silver sixpence, in beautiful condition. You can see when I hold it up to the light, absolutely stunning coin, and I would have thought this would grade at 63, 64, maybe even more than that. I mean, it really is absolutely lovely. We'll have to see what happens after NGC get their mitts on it. But there's a number of silver sixpences here, and they're all really good examples. Some of them are rare because of their condition, some of them are rare because of the dates, but they're all really worthwhile candidates for grading. And I've never seen any silver sixpences as good as the ones that are here right now, and probably won't see any more quite as good as this either, unless this particular guy has got some hidden away that are even better than this, which wouldn't surprise me, maybe saving up for a future grading. So what have we next? This one, I haven't looked up the date, but I'm told that this one, although it's not quite in the same condition, I think it's rare because of its date. So after I finish making this video, I'll take a look and see if I can find out a bit more information about some of these coins, so I know what I'm taking over to NGC. Another William IV sixpence. I mean, how many of these can there really be around in this condition? I mean, these are really stunning coins. Mr. Frank P. Numismetals, where are you when I need you? Well, I'm finally showing some amazing numismatic coins and you've disappeared, so come back and comment on this if you're watching. I'd really like to know what you think of some of these coins. This is a 1935 sixpence, absolutely lovely, looks absolutely perfect to me, maybe MS66 or even more. Lovely, lovely coin. And it just goes on. This is an 1817 half sovereign. Again, George III, absolutely beautiful. I don't know what this will grade exactly, but you can just see from the back. I mean, it's basically as good as it when it came out the mint. I mean, it really is amazing. When you consider this is 1817, 200-year-old coin. Another William IV silver sixpence. I think there's 3, maybe even 4 of these sixpences of different dates. One of them, he's noted a particular variety on the label. I don't know, maybe another one, not this particular one, but one that maybe isn't even in the catalogue. So we'll have a little go at getting NGC to recognise it as a new variety. a Victorian silver sixpence. Absolutely lovely. I mean, the funny thing is probably because these are English coins, maybe they're not quite as valuable as the equivalent American coins. I think that probably just goes to show how overpriced perfect condition American coins are. And I was listening to something by Coin Week, and you know, the grading and slabbing of American coins has raised the price of American coins so that they can now be pretty bad value compared to some European coins and English coins. This one is a Napoleon half a franc, extremely rare coin, very valuable in its own right. It's an 1807 Negro head Napoleon coin, very, very rare, worth hundreds of dollars. Just this one coin, 1807A, minted in Paris. There are very, very few of these that have ever been graded, just a handful. And that isn't quite the pièce de résistance of this grading. In this separate pack all by itself is something which you probably won't ever see another one of these. This coin, I have looked it up, and NGC have graded 2 with proper grades and 1 details grade. They've graded 3 of these, and it's an 1807 Paris 1807A 2 franc Napoleon coin, and there were 2 heads that were minted on these coins. There's what they call the African head or the Negro head Napoleon, and they've got the Laureate head Napoleon. The Laureate there's quite a lot of. The Negro head is one of the rarest coins you'll ever see. And don't really know the history of this particular one because there's so little information, but I do know that I've looked it up in the PCGS census, the NGC census, the World Coin Value Guide, and in XF condition, and this one may be slightly better than that, it's got a value of about $5,500. So yeah, I'll say that again, $5,500. Say it quickly. Anyway, so my plan for this is I'm going to go to the ANA Money Show in Orlando myself, and I'll hand it over the counter to NGC to do a walkthrough grading, which costs $100 for the grading, and let them grade it at the show, seeing as it is so rare and so valuable. Here's one that's been graded, a little bit of information. It's got a melt value of $5.21, but if you have a look at the price guide, you can see an XF40 goes for $5,400. Just amazing. And thanks very much for trusting me with that beautiful coin. Okay, so moving on, we've got another little pack which contains something in many ways equally interesting. This is another coin that I hadn't seen before. There must be a lot of coins that I haven't seen before, but I'm learning rapidly by seeing other people's. And knowing that I have a fondness for Chinese coins, knowing that I have a fondness for pandas, this guy on the Silver Forum has trusted me with this exceptionally interesting and rare panda. I bet you can't wait to see it. What is in the box? What possibly could be so interesting that he's making all this fuss about it? And now you'll see. Okay, so most pandas are either a 1 ounce or you sometimes get a 5 ounce panda. This particular panda is a Piedfort panda, so it's twice the width of a regular panda, 10 yuan face value. It's a proof. That was a low volume mintage in 1991 to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the panda. And this one is in absolutely spectacular condition, should grade very well. There's been a few of these graded, and they go for about $600 to $700 graded depending on grade, and it's just absolutely lovely example of a panda. Very interesting, very unique. You can see the width of it, and it's just beautifully made, lovely frosty cameo, ultra cameo finish. You can't see it terribly well through this flip, it's a little bit dirty, but the coin itself is absolutely spectacular. I mean, just look at this, look at those mirror fields. It's just got a lot of size in its favour, it's got age in its favour, you know, 10th anniversary of the panda. Absolutely great. I have to find out who designed it, whether it was the same designer as some of the more recent pandas as well. But hey ho, number 3, and what have we got here for number 3? I think that it's pretty amazing the way people trust me with their coins, but I know a number of people on the Silver Forum have done their homework and found out a little bit about me, and you know, don't just kind of send these things through just hoping that everything is going to be okay. And you can see why. You know, some of these things are pretty valuable, and they need to know that they're in safe hands. So the first coin here is a 2011 Britannia, really nice Britannia design. It's a 1 ounce bullion coin, still in its original wrapping from the mint. It looks to be in great condition. Not that many of these have been graded. It probably won't add a massive amount of value to this coin, but it'll present it, I think, in a nicer way, and it is an unusual coin. So this guy made the decision to grade both of these coins. There's actually two 1 ounce 2011 Britannias, and we've got some other things as well, some other coins. Just get through the packaging. People seem to package things up with loads and loads of tape. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to kind of get through all the different layers, and inside we find a 5 yuan 1/20th of an ounce panda. Tiny little red marks on it. A lot of these pandas of this age suffer from tiny bits of red spot, and generally NCS can get rid of this and present them in a nicer way. So this one I think is a 95, and that's going to be conserved. This one as well, you can see on the left hand side just above the date, it's got another little bit of red, and I'll see if I can get NCS to remove all of those red marks, and these will probably grade pretty well once they've removed the red spot. How much does it cost to remove red spot? If the coin is in the modern tier, so under $2,000 in value, they can normally do the job for around about $11 more than the grading fee. So it's actually not bad value as well to have a coin presented in a better way. So we've got 2 of these beautiful 2011 1 ounce bullion coins, and then we've got the 2 little pandas for grading as well and conservation. So that brings us to the close of these 3. Let me know what you think, and if you think you want to see some more on the next deliveries too.